All right, everybody. Hey, what's going on? And welcome to The Hook. We're here again at the 60 studio, and we're outside on another beautiful day.
Oh, man. Beautiful
on the
day.
golf course. The
Beautiful
guys are out in their little go-karts getting around, and a lot of them
Go-karts? No, they're golf carts.
Golf carts, go-karts. They got motors on them. It don't matter.
Go-karts.
They're getting around from
You
hole to
live
hole.
on a golf course.
I don't play.
But you're not
okay.
Guys don't ride around. They don't ride around in go-karts on the golf course.
Golf etiquette list.
Yes.
You can't call a golf cart a go-kart.
Right. You can't call a golf cart a go-kart.
I'm on your team, Newton, but I can't let you go.
Okay.
I'm right about that one.
I mean, so what? Okay, what? You going to hang me, send me to jail, what? I got a life sentence because I called a golf cart a go-kart? You know what the hell I was talking about.
No, Will. You said go-kart.
On the golf course, so you know what I was talking about, so whatever.
And he lives on a golf course, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Right at the third hole.
Sixth hole.
Whatever.
6-hole studio, low.
Okay.
That's why we call it the 6-hole studio, because I'm on the 6th hole.
And that's why we call it a go-kart. I mean, a golf cart. Well,
Anyway.
that's enough for sports. Let's talk about some real sports. The Detroit Lions.
Trying to restore the roar.
The roar has already been restored.
Yeah, last year was a pretty good
opinion.
year. Last year was a pretty good year. Even though I wasn't a Lion fan, when they fired Caldwell, I kind of came back to the pride. You know, I like Campbell. He's doing a good job. But last year was something I never thought I'd ever see from the Detroit Lions. It was unexpected.
What's that?
A winning season like they had, winning several playoff games, playing at home, and then going to the NFC Championship.
One game from the Super Bowl.
One game. Heck, no, not even one game. One half from the Super Bowl.
2 quarters.
2 quarters from the Super Bowl, and they let San Fran come back. But,
Hey.
The boys in San Francisco was good. But, it's going to be hard for them to get back to that. But we got our main man here, Leland Stein, our sports analyst. He goes down, he writes for, who is it you write for?
Myself.
Yeah, yourself.
That's right. He writes for himself. He's been fired by every publication in Lower Michigan.
In Upper Michigan.
And that too.
Yeah. But no, just joking. But he's, he gets around. He follows sports with a passion that I don't have. And, we're going to talk to him. Stein, tell us a little bit about, what you're seeing this year from the Lions, and what do you expect? What should we expect from the Lions?
Yeah,
do you think they're going to be able to make another run like that, or is that just something that, wishful thinking?
My dad took me to the Lions game in 1964 at Target Stadium. I've been that's been my team ever since, and it's been painful. It's been some painful years because I like football. I'm the son of a football coach. It's hard. Football's good. Our team, one of the few teams in the NFL, I don't know how many, 3 or 4, left that hadn't even seen a Super Bowl yet.
Yeah, about 4.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty painful, being a real Lion fan and, because they just haven't been able to get over the hump. But last year, it was special. But every year is different. Mm-hmm. Until I can see some consistency, put together some great years back to back, I can't just sit here and think that this is going to be the great year again, right back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, Campbell said,
it's too much can happen. We get injuries, just getting beaten games. Another surprise team going to rise up, like the Lions did last year.
And they're going to be ready for the Lions this year.
Ready. It happens every year.
Yeah.
So,
we'll
see.
I never seen. I'm looking at the website, the Lions website, and it's saying sold out.
Every game.
Practice.
Every practice.
Every practice is sold out?
Every practice is sold out.
That's high hopes for this team. They have got Dan Campbell, who's brought a whole new mentality, a whole new energy.
Swagger.
Yeah, swagger, a whole new swagger to
this
swag. Team, to the city.
The team does.
And I'm with you, man.
When they started selling tickets for practice.
They don't sell tickets, I think, per se. Maybe some season ticket holders and stuff get there. All you got to do is go online and what they did with the draft. If you applied within a certain time frame, you pick your date, you got tickets.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so they don't sell them; they just like give them to you.
Yeah, that's
Pick
what
it
I
up.
thought. Now, look,
Well, I mean, I'm just seeing sold out.
yeah,
I'm
it
looking at
was
it.
sold out. Because same thing happened with the draft. It was sold out. Each session was sold out.
Okay.
2 hours before the draft was supposed to start.
Well, you had to buy to
Every
get.
day.
You had to pay for tickets to get to the draft. Did you?
It
No,
was free.
really?
The
Well,
greatest event on earth.
when they
It's
open,
a
when the
free
floodgates
freaking
open, when they
football
open Woodward
festival.
Avenue, man, I was like, whoa! Those people started running down to where the draft was held on Woodward Avenue. They had a
That was
petition.
one gate.
Yeah, but when they opened
Yeah,
that gate
gates.
on Woodward Avenue, people stormed it.
They were
No, you
like
couldn't get
like
in
running
without
with the
a ticket.
Bulls, huh?
Couldn't get it.
It was like running with the Bulls. They showed it on. They showed it on TV. I know what I saw.
They came in, but not before they got in. Everybody that come in had to go through a checkpoint,
Right.
and they had to have a ticket,
Okay.
which they sent to you. You can have it on your phone from the internet. That's it. That's how it happened.
Okay.
Because they wasn't exchanging money out there. Because it would take too long. Too many people.
There's too many
Gotta
people
pay
from all
to
over
do it
from
all.
all over the
But plus,
country.
the
Shoot.
NFL is marketing geniuses. They like we only have a 16-game schedule. We just shortest schedule out of any professional sport. So we got to do some things to stay relevant. The draft, lucky for them, they looked at it and said, "Wow, the interest in that sport is so keen and so great that we could elevate the draft, take it out of New York City and give it to the cities," which they've done. Well, the fourth year maybe.
Yeah, but that's also like you were saying, to elevate, not just, but to bring back interest into the sport. Because all sports are struggling to survive,
Right.
And they probably needed that. That's why the whole
they
thing
did.
over in
It's all
overseas. No, I mean,
NFL
but
is a
no, I'm
one
not
of the best
saying.
years
I'm
ever.
saying you move it around, you move the draft around and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and it brings interest of that sport
Well-
to that particular
Well, that's some
city,
truth to
and
that.
it helps heighten it.
Well,
But
in
more
the
importantly,
that state
NFL,
is
when
so
you
The
good.
NFL can't take the Super Bowl to all the cities. Everybody don't have the domes.
no,
And some of them too small. They just ain't gonna get it. Okay, so that's a fact. So they looked at it and said, we can create a Super Bowl type event and take it to all the cities and get everybody included.
Right.
Which is
right,
what
which
talks
is
to
the
your
draft,
point.
which is the draft.
Yeah.
And make
Yeah.
it free.
Yeah.
And that
And
brings
then around
interest
it,
back.
we're gonna create all kind of entertainment. And it actually is turned into Comic Con.
Yeah.
It's the Comic Con
And-
kind of rules of sports.
And you think
because
all the money
everybody
they
come
make.
there with their gear on.
Yeah.
They be geared up.
Oh, they have costume out,
Oh, they
man.
costume.
Hey,
It shocked me.
they play. They
When I
wear their
saw that-
team's uniform on their chests everywhere. The
they-
helmets, the Buffalo Bills,
Well, that's because
they come from everywhere,
They're
man.
praying to get
They
the
come
next
from
Patrick
everywhere.
Mahomes.
Hey.
This is free.
Right.
It's
Plus,
a free NFL
it's the
event.
true definition of fanatic.
Right.
When you see the fans, they are fanatic about their teams.
They like their team.
And that's what the
It was
NFL
shocking.
loves.
Yeah, I had never been to a draft before because they was always held in New York.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I want to go to the draft. They draft them. We'll catch them, go to the training facility with the guys they draft. They bring them down there the next
But
day.
Right.
it was more than you expected.
It was
huh?
way more than I expected. Shocked the heck out of me. I couldn't believe.
So where's the next draft going to be?
Oh, they just said it too. Is it Minnesota or Wisconsin somewhere?
You gonna go?
No, I had enough of that. I don't party. Like
Yeah,
that.
but
It's a party thing.
so anyway,
You know,
what's
that's what it is.
what can we expect from this team? I mean, the
Well-
draft is great and all that, but and they had a good, fantastic season last year.
Right.
And Dan Campbell himself said that they were probably the closest they were going to get to the Super Bowl in a long time because it's hard to get back.
It's hard to get
unless
back.
you're the Kansas City Chiefs,
hard to
obviously,
get back.
or the old Tom Brady Patriots and all
Yes,
that kind of
yes,
stuff.
yes.
So it's difficult to repeat.
It's hard to get back.
And people used to look at the Lions as I used to say as a scrimmage team.
hard.
Oh, we playing the Lions this week. Yeah, we don't have to play too hard. We know what they're going to do. We're going to beat them anyway.
Scrimmage
But
team.
now
was brutal.
they have to look at the Lions as a true contender,
Well, yeah,
a real contender.
yeah, consensus all around. They kind of favored over there, but
So what can
it's
we
just
expect?
so many injuries. Well, let's start with the big elephant in the room when it comes to football. Always is injuries.
Mhm.
If we can get through this thing unscathed,
That's not going to
without
happen.
losing golf. I mean, we're gonna lose somebody,
But we've already,
no, but we can't lose
Gibbs
the
is already
quarterback.
hurt.
But at least we got Montgomery, so we got two backs.
Yeah,
So and Montgomery looked good yesterday. Woo!
I didn't see yesterday.
Well, at the practices.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they showed out. He did a rare thing they do is a one-on-one drill where a guy stands back like 15 yards and they blow the whistle and they got to run within a 10-yard area, from here to here, and you got to beat them within that area, get by them. And they was hitting. And Gibbs spun on one, had the whole stand screaming. Everybody was screaming and hollering. I'm like, why do they act like this a game? Every reaction to what was happening out on the field, just drills.
Well, that's overflow from last year.
It is overflow.
The hype just came from
overflow.
last year to this year. Everybody's excited. We're gonna do it again. We got that close. People believe again.
They definitely
like they haven't believed in 50 years
I kind of believe because I think Holmes
since Barry, I guess,
has put in the work.
been a while.
And he drafted well. And he's gave him some good pieces, and it's a solid team.
You think this
So
year
they
he
can
did a good?
compete.
You think he drafted well this year?
Yeah, he always does pretty good.
Well, can you say the word?
Arnold's hurt, right? I mean,
Can you say the word though, Stein?
I can't say we're going to the Super Bowl. I ain't saying that.
Oh, you can't say that.
No.
We were only 2 quarters from it last year.
Yeah, but I've been 30 of them, and they ain't been to one. That's all I can tell you. So, from my perspective,
Aren't you ready? Aren't you ready for your hometown?
They treated me at the Super Bowl this year in Las Vegas like I was the poor child. Everybody was patting me on the back. Damn, Stan, we love your Lions, man. Y'all almost made it. I heard that and I was walking around like this, like the sad puppy dog. Yeah, we
should have been here.
But I'm like the only reporter. It's if you get lucky enough to be reporting on a team that's winning championships, it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
It elevates the experience. Sports has a unique ability to elevate cities, communities, the suburbs, and galvanize people in the spirit of collectivism. Not many things can do.
Yeah, Lo, what do you think about the players? You think the players believe in themselves now? You think that they can do it for a change?
I think they believe in Coach and the head coach,
Coach Campbell.
Yes.
That ain't enough. They get their position coach. They
But
don't
you
want
think
head
they
coach
believe
like
in
that
themselves?
guy.
I think
They gotta believe
I
in
think
themselves.
Campbell has. Oh yeah, I know they believe in themselves, but I think they believe in the coach more so than anything else too.
So,
because
yeah.
you got to believe in the coach if you're going to be a successful
You better
program.
believe your position coach. That's the guy you got
That
to talk
too,
to
but
every day.
but the head
Not
man
the head
makes
coach.
he makes the decisions
The
on
head
whether
coach leaves
and
it
whether.
up to his
Well,
position
let me
coach.
see. Should I cut him or should I keep him? Cut him. Keep him.
The
Cut him.
guy who practices him every day,
Yeah.
he gonna let him pretty much make.
He gonna
that
let him know,
decision.
right?
Yeah.
He gonna let him know.
His coach is gonna make that decision.
Yeah, but the head coach makes that decision too. He's involved in that.
He's the
decision.
final one. Got to say it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So hey, but hey, they believe in Campbell.
Yeah, but
So he's got the room. In
he
other
ain't the
words,
one.
I think he got the
I mean,
room.
he ain't like- he ain't
He's
playing-
got
Well,
the
well,
room.
No
Stein-
one coach don't win like that.
okay, Stein, we get it, but the
crazy.
bottom line is the position coaches don't get the hammer if
They
they
don't get
fail.
the accolades.
They don't get the
They get
awards
fired,
if they
shit.
win.
They
I
get
know,
fired their asses.
I know, but when it comes down to why he missed that tackle, they ain't saying, well, talk to the defensive end coach.
Well, no, not the reporters just there. I mean, because that's the way it is. The head coach is the guy you got to talk to.
Yeah, he wins and he
Because you
loses.
can't talk to him. Yeah, they're going to win and lose. That's
So I get what Jeff is saying. Yeah, I mean, we all know that it takes more than just one coach.
Oh, heck
I
yeah.
wonder what the head coach does myself. I don't know
he
what he
just
does.
walks around.
Yeah, personally, I
Because
don't know what
the
he does.
position coach is running all the drills. They doing
Well,
it.
he just don't just walk around.
Well, that's what
He's
you do at practice.
He's watching the entire process and practice. He has to.
watching.
He's got to watch everything
He's watching.
that goes
Yeah,
on
but
from
no
special
person can
teams
do that.
to punt.
He got
to-
10 sessions going on at one time. He got to tell his coach to come back and tell him how people
That's
do
why
it.
they got film. They
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah, they watch some film, not all the practice film. He just don't bury himself
This is
in
the
practice.
NFL.
He buried himself in
Not for
pregame film.
long.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Not
it's on
practice
again.
film, not the head coaches.
The Lowenstein debate. It never fails.
Because they got to trust their position coach. All that. They practicing the whole week with a game plan to beat that team, and that's who they focus on.
Yeah, but I'm sure, like Jeff was saying, the coach goes around. He may not see the running backs practice today,
Right.
but he's going to see it sometime
Oh, yeah,
this
that's
week.
what
So you
I
got to
said.
be able to see
I said
all
he
the
walks
positions.
around.
Yeah, see, he's going to see all the positions
You
at
know.
some point during the week. and be able to
He's
make it
got to
better.
know he's got to know what's going on with his football team.
Of course.
And they report back to him, those position coaches.
Yeah, they do. They have
And so, come on now.
But I ain't talking about the coaches. I want to know what you guys think about the team in general. If screw the coaches and all that. What do you think we can expect from the Detroit Lions this year?
Well, we
How
got
do
two
we
things
do
that can get us. Golf had an exceptional year last year.
You think you can have another one this year?
He possibly can. He did it with LA.
You don't sound too confident.
Yeah.
Well, I just got to see it more. I can't take one and just go like, oh, that's it.
But he was
sounded
good.
like
He was
Wagner.
good in LA.
That's what I said. He was good.
So
in
it's
LA.
kind of coming
But
back
his
to him.
first year here. But the only thing that scares me about a guy like Goff, an immobile quarterback, is if you got a 10-play drive, he's going to get sacked. That's just facts. The line going to break down. They can't block these guys
That's a given.
for 10 straight plays.
You're going to get sacked if you're a quarterback.
But if he don't have the mobility, then
he don't have the mobility.
No, he can't save
and the
those-
Lions know he
those
don't have the
drives.
mobility.
Because you take a Mahomes or some of the other quarterbacks, like Mahomes won 2 Super Bowls.
We
with
can't
his feet.
compare Mahomes to
I'm making
Goff.
a point.
I
I'm
know.
saying if you have this quarterback,
Bad point.
no, it's not. All the best quarterbacks in recent time could run that went to the Super Bowl.
This one can't.
That's what my
He's
whole
not a
point.
runner.
That's what I said.
He's not
Knuckleheads,
a
you ain't
runner.
listening.
And he almost went.
Yeah,
And he
what
almost
are you
went to the
arguing
Super
about?
Bowl. He was 2 quarters away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's a rare one. I'm just saying, to me, what I like, if I had a guy that, because it's going to happen, the line cannot block. They just can't do it all the time. It's impossible. These guys are too good. Somebody's going to get free. And when you got a guy with good mobility, he could get you out of trouble and save your drives.
Here
You
we
won't
go.
have to go
Well,
back.
now-
to
Going back to
worry
mobility
and
issue
15.
again,
But
we
hold on.
don't have a guy with
No,
good
we don't
mobility.
have it. So
We got a
that's why they say it's
statue
gonna
in the
call
backfield that can spin the rock, that can throw the ball a little
But it
bit.
hurts drives.
Well,
And
wait
it's
a
going to
minute.
happen.
Wait a minute now. And
It's just facts.
who was the winners quarterback in football history?
Who, Brady?
Tom Brady.
It was Tom Brady mobile?
Yeah. Yes,
No.
yes.
No,
yes.
he was not.
Okay.
He was mobile in the pocket.
Yes. He had within that 6-8
He
feet
knew how to
area.
step up or step
Oh,
in.
he could.
This area right here,
Look.
within this,
You come right
this
by.
area.
him. He don't take it. You just slide over like this. They go flying by. Who else? Dan Marino
But that-
could do it.
but you-
it
that
ain't been with a
doesn't-
couple of them. Could
But
do
that
it at
doesn't-
Dan
level.
Marino don't have the Super Bowls
But you
that
look
Tom
at
Brady.
no,
had.
but I'm
But
just
that
saying,
doesn't qualify as mobile.
Qualifies just
That doesn't
crazy.
really qualify as mobile.
No.
When you think about mobile, you think
How
about
come-
somebody
Yeah.
who's going to move
But
the
you look
pocket.
at all the quarterbacks
who's
he
gonna
played
shift it.
in recent years, they've all been mobile. Even you start with freaking Elway, the white boys, Steve Young,
Mobile.
Montana,
Mobile.
all of them, Fran Tarkenton. Through the history of these quarterbacks,
Don't bring up Fran Tarkenton. That hurts, man.
Man, dude, I love
I was a Viking fan
me
growing
too,
up,
man.
and we lost
Foreman and all
four
that.
doggone
Four
Super
of them.
Bowls.
Unbelievable. But yeah,
Only
you
thing
think
worse than
about
that was Buffalo
even-
Bills 4 in a row.
What's the boy that played down there that took Carolina to the Super Bowl?
Oh, Cam Newton.
Run his butt off.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts. I'm saying so Brady don't count. You look at everybody else he
But
played.
Brady's
in
got
the
more
last
Super
10
Bowls
years.
than anybody.
But he
to
had
be the
something else
least
than
mobile
everybody else had.
quarterback. Huh?
He had that pocket presence. That's just a gift.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. Wait a
He
minute.
had it like nobody else had.
He had the pocket presence, but guess what
do
else he
that.
had too? He had an offensive line
He had
that
good
blocked
lines.
their ass
He
off.
did. He kept good line. And
Yes.
They had good scheming because they did the short passes.
They invested
They invested in that short
in their line.
West Coast pass.
Are the Lions investing in their offensive
But
line?
he didn't keep the ball.
I'm
though.
asking you a question.
Yeah, yes.
Are
they
the
did.
Lions investing in the offensive line?
Lions got a good.
Amazing
They got a
job
good
with
front
the
line. They
Get
got a good
Penei
line.
Sewell, the big boy, Decker from Ohio State.
Okay.
He's drafted well on the line.
Okay.
He's done a hell of a
He's
Well,
got a good
all
front
right.
line.
Now,
O-line.
We got a line.
We're off to a good start, though.
We got
You
good
got a
line.
quarterback that's not mobile.
Right.
That kind of reminds you. I mean, you brought Tom Brady's name up.
I didn't bring
No,
him up
I
'cause it
did.
ain't
Well,
no
okay, you
comparison.
brought him up. But anyway,
Not even close.
but wait a minute. He's not mobile. We know we're going to have to protect him, and his protection is in the pocket. The safest place for a quarterback most of the time is in the pocket
that depends.
and not
Now, let's
running
just retard-
downfield.
Okay, but the fact of the matter is the guys are too good. They're going to get free, and he's going to get sacked on major drives, and it hurts your offense when you got a guy like that. And that's just facts. And it has hurt them a lot this year, but they got lucky because my man Gibbs and Montgomery was so dynamic last year. They almost had 2,000 yards rushing.
Yeah.
That is rare in today's game when passing is the focal point.
Mm-hmm.
2, the Lions. Incredible. Think about it. We hadn't had 1,000-yard rushing in 10 years, just one. So, yeah, whatever scheming that the Lions are doing, it seems to match their talent because it's working for
That's
them.
how it works, though.
Yeah.
You gotta have it to match your talent.
Yeah. Well, that's everybody don't do it.
But still,
That's why
again, my
I'm
question goes: what do you think we're gonna have? A
Well,
good
we're gonna have
a good
a good
team,
team.
average team, below average team.
No, they won't be
Are
below
they gonna fall
average.
back to where it was, this SOL, or are they gonna stay where they were
If
last
they
year?
don't get the injury bug, they should be there competing.
But see, I don't go with the injury bug because there's not going to be a team in the NFL that's not going to be hit with injury.
Well,
Every team's going to have injury.
well, you still got to wish for it because the fact of the matter is, if you look at any sport, the greatest teams, if they lost their best players, they don't win. Whether it's basketball, you lose your quarterback, you just ain't going to win. That's just
Well, see, that's my argument. It's got to be
That's just
next
how it
man
is.
up. If you're a pro,
Well,
you
there
got
ain't
to
no
be
such
ready.
thing, though. When you got a Brady, you ain't going to win. When Brady got hurt that one year, New England didn't make nothing. They didn't win the
Well, I know.
Win.
That's true.
Yeah, it's just so
But you
happened.
got to be prepared in case that happens.
Yeah, but you only one Brady. You can't have another Brady sitting
Ain't
on the
nobody
bench.
going to be Brady except
That's
for
what I'm
Patrick
saying.
Mahomes.
So anybody else you got ain't gonna equal up and ain't gonna work.
Well, I don't know because remember
You ain't gonna be as effective a team.
who was the QB that came in after Mahomes got hurt in the couple years ago in the playoff games and what was his name?
Ain't nobody came and took Mahomes' place in no playoff game.
Yeah.
Not for no length of time, no.
No, but he kept the drive going, ran a couple.
Yeah, maybe one or two
That was just that
plays.
one game,
Yeah,
at one
yeah,
half or
yeah,
that
no
one
kidding.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it holds true. If you're not
it don't.
ready, if he
History
wasn't
says
ready,
it don't.
even that one game, it would have been
Look
a
at
fluke. They would have
basketball.
lost.
Every time a great team lost a great player, they lost. They didn't meet. When Kobe got hurt, they didn't win.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about basketball.
Well, I'm just saying all the sports, especially football, if you lose your quarterback, you don't win.
Yeah,
That's the
well,
bottom line.
I'm not.
I'm
I
not
can't
arguing that.
We're not arguing that
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
I mean, we know that
but anything's
that's
possible,
true.
Stein. You know, you
Well,
know,
that's why I say I hope that he can make
What
it.
was the
Because
last?
injury bug is part of
Who?
football.
When Alex- wait
Who
a
was
minute,
the
Some
last?
People get to
but wait,
major injuries.
Who was the last backup quarterback to take their team to a Super Bowl?
Patrick
Earl
Mahomes.
Moore. That's back in the 50s.
The last
He went to Michigan
backup.
State.
Patrick Mahomes.
No, he wasn't.
Last
a
backup.
No.
No, remember when Alex Smith got hurt and he took
No,
over
they
the
got
team?
some during the year. He didn't take over the Super Bowl game. No, that was wrong.
Oh yeah, well,
You might be right with Earl Morrow.
Yeah.
Baltimore Colts.
Yeah.
Johnny Unitas.
So it can be done then,
That was 1950.
but it can be done.
No.
Uh,
Been a lot of football in between there. 40 Super Bowls it ain't happened. If you lost your quarterback, you wasn't going.
But see, that you gotta get
I hate
beyond that.
football like that.
You gotta get beyond that belief. Anything is possible, Stein. Anything can
You
happen.
got to deal with facts and statistics.
Well, yeah, I know, but
That's true too. Now, facts, statistics don't lie.
yes, stats and facts are hard to
they're
deny.
really hard,
But
man.
I'm still saying, who would have thought that the Lions would have had a year like that?
no,
Nobody.
man, nobody.
Anything's possible. That's all I'm saying. We've been at the bottom of the barrel for 50 years, and then all of a sudden we have one
Even
great
in
year.
baseball, if
Nobody
you lose
would
your
have thought
best
about
pitcher,
that.
You ain't gonna win. If you'd have lost Cabrera when the Titans was making the World Series, they wouldn't have won. They wouldn't have got there. This is just how it is.
But they didn't
man.
win
Sport- No, they sure did, man. Oh!
They still had the greatest bat in the game. They still didn't win. So it goes either way. You can still have the
But he
great
got them to
great lineup.
got them to the World Series though.
Yeah, but who cares
They
if you
wouldn't
get
have
there?
got there. I did. It was
My
fun.
thing is win it.
Covering the Tigers when they was in the World Series, man, the place was festive. Tell them, Jeff, they had all the flags up the World Series. People from all over the country was here.
Oh, I was watching it at home.
Oh, man.
I like watching games on TV. I get to see replays.
Good thing it wasn't on ESPN.
Whatever,
right,
man. Whatever. That's the good thing about
Oh,
Super
man.
Bowls and playoffs. You're going to get them on regular TV.
I tell you, I think the Lions going to be tough. And I'll say it again. If they don't get the injury bug to their key players, then they could be there.
Yeah.
They're
Now,
going to get injuries.
Do you think
But they
that,
can't be the key ones, like one of them running backs out for the whole year or losing Amon-Ra St. Brown. Guys like that, they ain't going to be able to replace.
you think that front line's going to be able to hold up and do what Jeff says, give golf time to
They done
Be the statue.
an excellent job of it, but they can't do it always. And that's the only thing wrong.
Here's a
It's just
name
gonna
you
happen.
forgot about.
Okay, who?
Vince Ferragamo.
They didn't go to the Super Bowl. I covered the Rams.
Vince Ferragamo.
Well, first of all, he wasn't a backup. James Harrison, somebody was a quarterback, and they fired 4 weeks into the season.
Oh yeah.
And they gave it to Ferragamo.
Okay, all right. I was just throwing a name out there at you. Tony Eason.
Did they go to the Super Bowl?
Yes.
With
What
the
team?
New England? But he was the quarterback. I don't think he
Right.
was a backup.
Tony Eason was
No. He was their
okay.
quarterback.
You might be.
Come
right.
on, Jeff. Make sure the facts are right.
All right, you're right. You're right. All right.
And he's complaining about me not having ESPN. He's sitting on the computer. He can't get
He
him.
still
Right.
can't get it right. But look, so what do you think, Jeff? The last year, what did you predict for them?
I predict them to go back to the playoffs.
At least the playoffs.
At least the playoffs.
Yeah, that's the minimum.
What record do you think they're gonna pull down low?
Well, you know what? I look at the
10
other
and
team.
6.
I look at the other teams
I
in the
knew you would say
division.
that.
I look at the other teams in the division. Green Bay has gotten substantially better.
And love it. Love ain't no
Chicago
joke.
has gotten substantially better.
That's right.
And these, the teams in our division are improving each year.
What about the Vikes?
The Vikes is
The
good.
Vikes, they've
lost-
gotten better.
Well, they got Arnold, and they got some players now. You know, the Vikings got some good.
They got
good talent
JJ.
over there. Yeah, they do. They got more than that. They got that running back from Florida State, too,
Yes.
who'll be back and healthy this year. I can't think of his name right now. God damn it.
Well, I was kind of glad when they got rid of Kurt. I wouldn't. That didn't bother me at all. Kirk Cousins.
Oh,
That
you
didn't
know who
bother
we
me at
forgot?
all.
Kurt did a good job.
Let's see if you can
He was
name.
okay.
Let's see if you can name this one. I'm pulling this one off the internet. Year was 2017. Philadelphia Eagles.
Backup
He was a
quarterback.
backup.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Foles.
Yes.
And he won the MVP that year.
Yes, he did. But Nick Foles was a starter in the league, a number 1 draft pick. He ain't the same.
He was a backup though.
No, he had been starter
No,
for
but
years.
but at that point he was a backup. So come
Not
on, Stein.
really. They didn't have no quarterback, so he stepped right on in. He stepped in.
They didn't have a quarterback. You heard what he just said?
That's why Foles got the job. He didn't get it at the Super Bowl. He got it during the year.
Yeah, but he didn't start the season as the starting
No, he
quarterback.
might not. I can't have to look that up.
No,
Who's the starting quarterback?
Donovan McNabb.
No, he
No, I
wasn't.
wasn't McNabb.
He
McNabb
lied
has been
like a
retired
boy.
900 years. Man, what you talking about?
Fool lady.
Donovan
He got the
McNabb.
computer, and he's just tossing us like that. That's offensive.
I just threw
to
that
Ben
one out
Butler,
there.
man.
I'm sorry, Donovan. I didn't mean that.
Okay, so what? We got a minute and a half. Stein, you said what's the record gonna be?
Oh, let me be more wishful. 11-5.
What do you think, Jeff?
I'm going to say, I think they'll win 10 games.
10 games.
Yeah. Still in the playoffs. And I'm just, like I said, I'm looking at the improvement of the other.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's tough.
gonna go higher than you guys. I'm gonna go 12-4.
Woo!
Ooh.
And I don't even like the Lions ever like that.
If they go 12-5, I'll buy you lunch.
Well,
You heard that.
You ain't got to give me nothing.
The internet, the
and I ain't
World Wide
talking about-
Web heard
I'm not
that.
talking about White Castle.
Stein is
either.
buying lunch for all of us.
He didn't say you, Jeff.
No, he said he's going to buy us lunch.
He said if they go 12-4, he's gonna buy me lunch. Don't jump
No,
in.
he's gonna buy us
Don't
lunch.
try to jump in on my bet.
No, he's going to buy us lunch.
Us? Okay,
Us.
well, us. All right.
Us.
Did you say us, Stein?
Nope.
Oh.
He can come though.
But he got to pay his own way.
No.
No, he's going to pay my way.
So if they go 12-4, you gonna buy us both
I'll buy
lunch,
you lunch.
both of us.
Yeah, because I don't believe they're going to do it.
Well,
12-4 is going to be tough.
I'm gonna give it to him.
The internet, you heard that.
I'm
He's
going
buying
blind.
Look,
us
I
lunch.
just
12-4.
I just can't. They got to give me one more year of it. I've been
That's wishful thinking,
watching them so long.
especially since I don't
It
really
just
care
breaks
about
your
them.
heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They haven't been able to win.
But they,
The first home playoff game since 1993.
yeah, and it was
Think about
exciting.
that. How long
and-
ago that was?
Yeah, but think of it. Look at it this way, man.
Home playoff game.
last year tends to roll over into next year.
Well, we hope
You
so.
think about every losing year, how they just came in like, oh, we got another year of this mess, another year of this mess. Last year, I'm like, oh, I cannot wait to get to next year.
Yeah.
So the whole mentality is different, not just with the city, but the energy and the swag, like you said. It's all leaning toward we've done it. People are taking us seriously. We put the league on notice, and we can do it again. And I can't. It's just like when I go bowling, and my team wins. I can't wait till next week. You know, when we lose,
love
it's like
bowling.
when we lose, it's like God, I gotta go back next. You know, I'll come in next week like I hope we can do better. if we win, I'm like let's roll. It's a whole different mentality, a whole different feeling. So yeah, I'm
It
gonna
is a
give
different
them.
mentality when you win it.
I'm gonna give them, and they had
Not
also,
even being on the team.
listen.
Just cover the team that's winning.
And then
when
they
the Pistons
had-
win.
When they're winning,
All
especially if
that.
you got to go up to the Palace.
No, man.
We ain't talking about the Pistons because the Pistons
I
haven't
know,
done anything.
but I'm
since
just
the
saying we had to go to the
work.
Pontiac Silverdome too.
Yeah.
but they didn't have a winning season up
But when
there.
they was
then.
winning, I think they had like 6 or 7 straight years of sellouts.
Well,
200 consecutive sellouts.
Oh, yeah.
On the record.
Well, you know, the
Isn't that
Pistons.
something?
80,000 people. in the-
Bandwagon fans here.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Hey,
As soon as they started losing, they couldn't get out of the Palace so fast.
I'm a big fan. Can you give us an update on Barry and how he's doing
Oh,
right now?
thank you.
What's wrong with Barry?
Actually,
What's
I
wrong with
was
Barry?
leaving, walking across the field,
Uh-huh.
you know, where we can walk along the edges. And Barry was sitting there doing some of the PR stuff he got to do, talking to cerebral palsy kid, who they brought to see him his wish. So they happened to bring him there that day, yesterday.
Okay.
And Barry was talking to him. He, he hollered, "Hey, y'all, what's up, Layla?" He came and gave me a hug.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he said, "Man, I'm doing fine. Everything's good." Then he went back. We couldn't talk because he had to do that thing for the public relations.
But I know
that's part of what you got to do is be get paid by the line.
Barry, the greatest
Yes.
running back
Yes.
ever, at least in my lifetime.
Very
There's
sad.
Mine
some
too.
who gonna complain
No kidding,
and doubt
boy.
it and say Emmett or whoever,
You ain't
Jim
getting
Brown.
no
But
argument.
in my lifetime, I've never seen anything or anybody like Barry. You know, but that's it for this show, everybody. We appreciate you all listening, and as always, I'm Keith Butler signing off with my co-host Jeffrey Lowe and other co-host Leland Stein.
Vote.
Don't forget to vote. And if you love football like we do, I don't care where you are, get on that Lion train. And-
What's the Lion song?
Well, we don't.
Detroit
no, we ain't doing that. But all right, everybody, have a good
You
night.
don't know the song?
And we'll talk to you again soon.